This is the morning of the 23rd of November. Clip put up by Darren Monroe Politics. This plays for 22 minutes. Don't know how much am I going to listen to. Depends on what I hear. Title, It's Over. Trump just dug his own grave. 11/22/25. Let's have a listen.
Just dug his own grave. I'm going to break right to the point. Here's the thing. There are 4 things you're going to learn in here, one of which is a bombshell. You want to listen to this whole video as I break down how this guy's game is over. It's done. It's done. Stick a fork in him. He's done. Here's the first one that we're going to go into. You want to understand that this Epstein thing is going to happen one way or another. In other words, even if he redacts it, there's going to be so much political pressure. He's going to drag him and the whole GOP out the door. He's going to screw this up tremendously. The other thing that's going to happen is they're going to leak it. They meaning who? The intelligence community, yes, and other people who have access to it. They already have the Epstein files, and I'm not talking about the stuff from the estate that the oversight committee asked to get. That's totally different. I'm talking about the real files. They got them. Once they get leaked out, if he doesn't give them out directly, there's going to be a totally different game. The lawyers unofficially are going to head nod to it. Whose lawyers? The victim's lawyers. They can show and prove what's in there. They already know, but they've been, by the court sworn to silence. Now, let's get into number 2. Number 2, the reason he could be out the door is over this Venezuela stuff. He's about to start a war with Venezuela. He's trying to push around with Colombia. It's not good. They had an escalation in the Gulf that's really about to get ugly, and they could have Americans' lives on the table. Over what? Over nothing. Over bullshit. It is a misplay. It's basically I Might Bomb Iran, but it's the fall edition. The whole I Might Bomb Iran was due as a distraction from Epstein, from gerrymandering, from No Kings, anything that he could give so you don't look at it. In this case, he's trying to do that so you don't look at, of course, Epstein and all of the heat that he's getting from other places. For instance, it's already been put out there by one of his former advisors that Trump had a conversation with the Saudi prince about these journalists who are being unalived by the Saudis. Be very clear. They have an okay from the president of the United States to do this. That could be enough to end them. But then there's another thing. Like I said, there's a bombshell coming. Keep listening. There's another thing he's in big danger with, and that comes down to what he's doing with these policies that he's done both with SNAP benefits, what he's doing with ACA. You basically remove those ACA Affordable Care Act policies or double them. 4 million Americans will go without, and 50,000 Americans a year will die slowly or quickly. And that is enough to push you out the door along with everything else that I've mentioned. But there's some other bombshell stuff coming, so let's walk and talk through that. Some of the other stuff that's coming is his grifting. He's basically done this publicly because it's on blockchain. Blockchain means it's a public digital ledger. That means that every scammy thing that he's done with these meme coins is going to show up. What has he done? Very clearly, all he's done is say, listen, instead of directly taking money, he said he basically has his family as the bagmen and women. They're basically taking money from major corporations, from not just in America, multinational, as well as actual countries. Those countries will put money into his meme coin. Any meme coin. And the way he gets the money, and all of them get the money, is they loan against the value of the meme coin, which is totally within the law. But the crazy part about that is that when you loan against it, the loan is tax-free. And here's the thing, they are so rich that they can use their the growth of their assets each year that accrue in value to pay off that loan. Not to mention the grifting money that they get from guitars and selling watches and licensing deals. They can use that to pay off the loan. So the loan is tax-free. They live off that money or reinvest it or both. And they're doing this using the United States government. They are pimping the government and the power of their father, the president, to be able to pull in a bag and pull in money. That's why you don't have any of them in public office. They're in private so they can get the bag. That brings me to some bombshell stuff that I'm going to bring on to you. Like what I'm saying so far, definitely subscribe and definitely share with others. But here's the thing I want to tell you that's really mind-blowing, that's going to really just take you to the next level. Mamdani and Trump just met. Let me explain what that means. You notice he was like a cuck. He was sitting there quietly getting along with Mamdani because Mamdani knows, and he doesn't have to blackmail the guy. He don't even have to say it. Mamdani knows he's got his pulse on the finger of every one of Trump's partnerships in New York. He could fuck up his money by the hundreds of millions, maybe even billions. And then he knows that there are 900 billionaires in America, and the number one place they stay? New York. So they don't want to go. They got their investments there. It's the central of the financial world in America. Okay, America. That point, it's like. Let me tell you right now, he has so much ability to fuck Trump up, fuck Trump's friends up, and fuck up Trump's family. Then there's the other thing he could really. That's the real bombshell. He could blow up all of the grooming networks. See, it's much bigger than the billionaires. I'm telling you, this grooming thing is way bigger than the Epstein files. He could open up a whole bunch of stuff on Trump that he would never ever want. Trump sending troops and ICE is suicide to his career and puts a fork in him, and he's done. Now, I guess that's just everything I just told you is just the beginning. There's even more stuff that he's in trouble with. You see, it's not just the grifting, it's him deporting American citizens. That is a big no-no. That is totally against the law and will catch him. Then you have the whole, here's the one of the bombshells. What about Elon? Okay, there's a Christmas parade outside if you're hearing that. There's Elon and Doge. They went into 30 different departments illegally and wouldn't let the Congress people in those departments. Guess who's coming after them? The Congress people. If you go after Doge, Doge will give up Elon. If you got Doge and Elon, guess what they're giving up? Trump. What would they be giving up Trump to? Oh, I don't know. Who was the people working with Trump on the election last year? You get what I'm saying? This is over. It's a matter of months. In other words, the Epstein thing is going to pull them out. It's going to be a domino effect. Oh, did I mention also that if they got anything in those Epstein files of him doing something with minors in New York, Letitia James going to come back at him like the Empire State Strikes Back to tear his butt down. In addition to that, I mean, this is a super duper shit show. In addition to that, if they can tie in the Epstein files with any kind of Russian collusion, it will put him up.
All right, I only played 7 minutes and 43 seconds. You can watch it, the rest of it at your convenience. Obviously, this guy's done a lot of work, and if Congress did half the work that he's done, Trump would be, well, he'd be behind bars. Hopefully, he soon will be. I'll attach the link. Look at it, pass it along, and thanks for listening.